Just a little intro. Hi. So today we'll be talking about what is inside a VR head-mounted display, specifically the Oculus Quest 2. Although the Oculus is called the Quest 2, it's actually the fourth generation of Oculus. The first generation was a collaboration with Samsung Gear. Then Oculus crowdfunded to release the Oculus Rift in 2014. They raised just over $2.5 million. 2 years later, they were bought by Facebook, Meta, for $2.5 billion, and they actually released the Oculus Rift in 2016. The Oculus Rift actually connects to your computer. It has to have a high-end computer to run. You have what are called satellites around your room to do the boundaries, and it's tethered by cables. That's actually showing you can put a Bluetooth controller to it as well. Okay, the first true standalone unit was called the Oculus Go. This came out in 2018, and although it was a groundbreaking VR set for its standalone features, it did only support 3DoF, which is 3 degrees of freedom, and it only had one controller. We're not moving. There we go. Next was the Oculus Quest. This actually featured 6DoF, 6 degrees of freedom. It had 2 controllers, and it was released in 2019.
Reality doesn't believe in the impossible. It doesn't believe in moving without limits or breaking the laws of physics. Reality will never let you enter magical realms. Will never let you stop time or wield a lightsaber. But that doesn't mean you can't. You can have more than one body. You can have more than one world to explore. Because reality is yours to defy.
Okay, so 6 degrees of freedom refers to the movement of a rigid body in 3-dimensional space. Forwards, backwards, up, down, left and right, combined with yaw, pitch and roll, thus giving the ability to move around in a 3D space. The 3 degrees of freedom that the Oculus Go had only gave the user yaw, pitch and roll, which produced a much more static VR experience. The Oculus Quest 2 was released on the 13th of October 2020. It was renamed along with the Facebook parent company to Meta in October 28, 2021. Currently, the Meta Quest 2 is shipped over 10 million units. This is pre-December 2022 and now holds a 46% share of the VR market. It generated $2.3 billion in sales so far. just out of interest, this is the leak design for the new Apple headset. Should be coming out later this year. It's priced around £900. Again, this is a leak design for Project Canberra, which will be the Oculus Quest 3. It's due out December 2022, maybe first quarter 2023. This is a quick AR experiment. Okay, let's break it open. On the outside, the Quest 2 is made of white ABS plastic and has a black face pad. It also has a cloth head strap. It's slightly smaller and lighter than the Quest original, weighing in at 503 grams. The Quest weighed at 571. Quest 3 was a Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 chipset as its main processor. The chip is used in high-end smartphones and is a variant of the chipset in the Samsung Galaxy S20. The chipset was produced and designed to excel in XR environments and processes. For memory, the Quest 2 packs 6GB of RAM, which is an increase of 2GB over its predecessor, the Quest 1. Actual storage ranges from 64 to 256, depending on the model you buy. The 64GB model has now actually been discontinued. It manages to achieve 6 DoF via the use of gyroscopes, accelerators, and 4 front-facing cameras for visual controller and hand tracking functions. Another positive is the way Meta have removed the need for external sensors around your room. This is done in combination with the front-facing cameras and a predictive algorithm built into a chip in the actual headset. A Bluetooth chip and 2 Wi-Fi receivers are also inside the unit, and it also has a USB-C connectivity. This is the assembly being taken apart. Again, the assembly. This is the main unit once the housing has been taken apart. This would be the heatsink, which would go over where the blue smudge is there. Sorry, that was the cooling fan. This would be the heatsink, so it would actually sit like so. This is actually the main board. You can see it's showing the cameras. These are your IPD switches for the eyes. I believe this is a Bluetooth sensor. This is actually the main board itself. It contains the main Qualcomm chip. Okay, so immersion. So the Meta Quest 2 has a single display, which has a resolution of 1832 by 1920 per eye. It currently runs at 720Hz, but a new update lets users set this to 90Hz. It is capable of 120, although 72 is recommended for most users to reduce nausea. The lenses have an interpupillary distance slider IPD, so the user can adjust the width of the lens between adjustments of 58mm, 63 and 68. The lenses are Fresnel lenses and allow for adjustments in clarity by simply adjusting the head strap VR unit up or down. Fresnel lenses were used to reduce weight, fitness and cost. The unit has speakers attached to the side arms, which, as well as saving space in the unit itself, also put them closer to the user's ears, thus being more immersive. A microphone is also present in the main unit for users to communicate in VR or simply use the device for communications via Facebook, Messenger or any other social media apps installed. Finally, the Oculus Meta Quest 2 has a 3,640 mAh rechargeable ion battery. It is capable of giving 2 or 3 hours of wireless gaming usage. The battery weighs in only 63 grams. So these are the Fresnel lenses. You can see where they click into the IPD here at the top. This is the actual screen. On the screen behind me, you can see when it's taken apart there, and it actually shows you what's underneath the screen. I believe you have to break it to get to that. And that's the battery right there. And that is basically what is inside our VR head-mounted display. this is a new AR app. This is an extra, by the way, it's not part of the talk. A new AR app was released last week to the general public to use. And it's called Niantic Lightship. They're actually the creators of the Harry Potter game and the Pokemon Go game. It's definitely worth looking into. Okay, thank you. Bye.